Okay. Uh, so today we are going to discuss the simplified model or approximate model. So in the last class, the previous class, what we did the analysis of CE amplifier using H parameter model. That is exact model, exact analysis. Okay, and here in the analysis part of CE amplifier or CP amplifier or CC amplifier, there are the two types. That is, one is exact analysis, another is the simplified model. Exact analysis is nothing but that by taking all the components and all the values are into the consideration, we calculated and we derived that the current gain, voltage gain, input impedance, output admittance of CE amplifier in the last class. Today we are going to take some approximations, and approximations means so we are going to eliminate some what we call components which will affect very in the less amount like so negligible amount. Okay, that we are going to eliminate, and again we are going to analyze the C amplifier, okay, using H parameter model. It's the same H parameter model only, but in the last class we discussed using the exact analysis. Now we are going with the simplified model or approximate model. Okay, so for that what we discussed in the last class, so this is the what we discussed in the last class. Okay, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first let me so once again I will tell you that what is the H parameter model, okay, and how we can draw it, and then I will go with the simplified model and see. And so, suppose if you see, so this is the okay, let us yeah, so this is the C amplifier, my C amplifier. Okay, for example, so this is the input is base terminal here, and this is base terminal and a collector terminal, and this is the emitter terminal. So common emitter configuration. So in this common emitter configuration, so the H parameter, there are the three types of the parameters are there. We have, so that is Z parameters, Y parameters, okay, and H parameters. So out of three, so we will be using H parameter model. So why? Because this is the parameter which can be calculated all current gain, voltage gain, input impedance, output admittance. Four different parameters we can calculate. Whereas if you use the Z parameters or Y parameters, so Z parameters are used to calculate only impedances, and Y parameters are used to calculate only admittances. Okay, so for that that is the reason we are coming from the hybrid parameter. Hybrid is nothing but it's a combination of all the different characteristics: current gain, voltage gain, input impedance, output admittance. Okay, so for that if you take that equations, so VB is equal to actually the equation is actually the equations are, we know that V1 equal to H11 I1 plus H12 uh, H12 V2. These are the H parameter equations. Okay, and I2 equal to H2 H21 I1 plus H22 V2. So these are the basic H parameter equations, and now we are converting these H parameter equations to or that C amplifier H parameter model. So here here one indicates that input port and two indicates the output port. So output terminal. So one indicates the input terminal, one two indicates the output terminal of that corresponding the amplifier. Okay, so you see in this common emitter configuration, so input port is base terminal, output terminal is collector terminal. Okay, input is base, output is collector. So for that, wherever so one is replaced with the base, why? Because input is base terminal. This two is replaced with the C, why? Because output is the collector terminal. So V1 becomes VB. Okay, and so since this is AC analysis, you have to represent with only small letters, not with capital letters. Okay, so why? Because so if it is a DC bias in DC analysis, we have to represent with the electrical parameters with the capital letters only for the DC bias. But AC analysis, we have to represent with small letters only. VB equal to H11 indicates that, so HIE. So in the HIE, so again there in the suffix, there are the two terms are there. First suffix indicates the type of characteristic. So H11 is nothing but input impedance. H11 is nothing but input impedance. H1, so that is H11 is input impedance. Input impedance. Okay, so H12 is nothing but reverse voltage gain. So reverse voltage gain. So these are characteristics. These are the terminology of the H11, H12. Okay, H21 is the forward current gain. Okay, H22 is, so this is a output admittance. Okay, so these four parameters, by taking output is short circuit. Output is short circuit means V2 will be 0. If output is short circuit, so our output voltage will be 0. So this portion will be 0, this portion will be 0. Then H11 is equal to input voltage by input current. Okay, suppose H11 is equal to V1 by I1. V1 is input voltage, I1 is input current. Input voltage by input current, what will get? Input impedance you will get. Okay, so hence H11 we are represented with the input impedance. So similarly H21. Okay, suppose if this portion is 0, so H21 is equal to I2 by I1. I2 is the output current by I1 is the input current. Okay, output current by input current is both are currents only, so it gives the gain, that is the current gain. So output by input, so that is forward current gain. H21 indicates with forward current gain. So similarly, suppose if we make I1 equal to 0, I1 means that is input circuit is open circuit. Okay, input is open circuit. So it's similarly can calculate H12 and H22. So therefore, based on the characteristic, based on the equation that we are getting, so we are naming the terminology like input impedance, reverse voltage gain, forward current gain, output admittance. Okay, so this is the reason. So now coming to these equations, V1, so you can replace with VB. H11, so H11, 1 place you can replace with the two suffixes. So first suffix is the type of the characteristic, characteristic, that is H11 is input impedance. What is the first letter? HI. Input impedance, first letter is I. HI. Second suffix indicates the type of the configuration. So since it is the common emitter configuration, HIE, I1 becomes IB plus H12. H12 is, what is the first letter for H12? R. So HR. Second suffix is E. So since it is common emitter, no, HRE, VC. V2 replaced with VC. So similarly, IC. Okay, so I2 replaced with IC. Why? Because the 2 indicates that output terminal. So output terminal is the collector for the common emitter configuration. IC. H21. So H21 is, what is the first letter? F. So H21. H, F, and it is common emitter. So HFE, IB plus HOE. So H22 is output admittance. First letter is O, so output admittance. Okay, and H1 that is VC. So these are the equations. These are the equations of common emitter configuration. So H parameter equations of common emitter amplifier. H parameters of the common emitter amplifier. Similarly, suppose if you want to write the same equations for common base, for example, if you want to write the same equations for common base. So for common base, so let me draw the circuit for common base. Okay, and so common base is input is emitter terminal, and this is the common base configuration. Okay, so this is emitter is the input, collector is the output, base is the input, common terminal. Base is the common terminal here. and this is input here, and this is the output. Okay, so if we write, so now, so this is for the common emitter. Okay, so this is for the common emitter here. So this is common emitter. So now let us write for common base. Okay, so for common base configuration, V1. So now again come back to here these two equations. V1 indicates the input terminal. What is the input terminal of common base? Emitter is the input terminal for the common base. So V1 becomes VE, V suffix E, because 1 is the input terminal. So for common base, input is emitter terminal. So VE equal to H11. What is the first suffix? Input H11 is input impedance. HI. Okay, HI. Second suffix indicates the type of the configuration. What is the now for what you are writing the equation? Common base I'm writing. So HIB. Common base. HIB. Okay. So into I1. I1 input is emitter. IE plus H12. H12 is reverse voltage again. HR is a common base. HRB. Okay. V2 out 2 indicates the output terminal. What is the output terminal for the common base? Collector base. Okay, so similarly IC equal to HFB IE plus HOP. This is for common base. This is for common base. Okay, so next coming to common collector. So for common collector, input terminal is common collectors. What is input terminal? Base. Output terminal is emitter. Input is base, output is emitter. Based on that, again you can reframe that, rewrite the equations based on that. Okay, so for common collector, the second suffix will be C. So like there you will get HIC, HRC, HFC, HOC, like that they will get in the common collector configuration. Is it clear? Okay, so this is like this we can draw the we can write the equations. Now let us draw the circuit. How we can draw the H parameter model. Okay, how we can draw the H parameter model circuit for this following equations is, see, there are the two equations. One is input voltage, another is the output current. Input voltage and output current. So voltage equation, we have the two electrical parameter, that is one voltage equation and one current equation. Voltage equation represents the KVL, current equation represents the KCL. Okay, so just recall the statements of the KVL and the KCL. Okay, so KVL states that the total voltage is equal to the sum of voltage drops across the individuals, sum of the individual voltage drops. Okay, so that KVL is total voltage is equal to sum of individual drops. KCL is equal to sum of the current entering to the node is equal to sum of the current leaving the node. These two are the statements for KVL and KCL. So VB is equal to HIE IB plus HRE VC. So this is one voltage drop, this is another voltage drop, and the sum of these two voltage drops becomes your total voltage. That is the meaning of this equation. VB is the total voltage. So total voltage equal to HIE IB is one drop, HRE VC is another drop. The sum of these two drops becomes your total VB. Similarly, IC current is equal to HFE IB is the one leaving current, HOE into VC is the another leaving current. The total leaving current is equal to entering current is IC. Okay, so for that, so you can draw the circuit like this. So first input is what? And HIE is the input impedance, no? Say HIE. And so this I'm drawing like this. So this is the voltage source here. Okay, so this is HIE. This is HIE, and the current is IB. This is the resistance. HIE is input impedance. It means that resistance into current will become, see, this is one drop. And HRE is the reverse voltage gain. Voltage gain is nothing but voltage by voltage. That is unitless. So that this is the constant. HRE is the constant unitless and into some voltage. So this is the source, so the plus, okay, minus, and this is HRE VC. Okay, so this is my input equation representation circuit diagram. And now output equation is, and now so sum of the current entering the node equal to sum of the current leaving the node. That is the case here. So sum of the currents leaving the node means that those two leaving currents will be in parallel. Two leaving currents will be in parallel. So that parallel combination. So I'm writing like this. So this is one. Okay. So this is HFE and IB here. Okay, and this is so why, because HF is a forward current again, unitless, and the base, and the next one is one more parameters. Okay, so this is HOE. Okay, so the total circuit is this, and the current is this is IC here, IC, and the voltage drop is VC here. The voltage drop is this. Okay, so now we can apply the KVL. So this is VB. So you can apply KVL. So you will, from input you will get the first equation. You apply the KCL at this node, you will get the second equation from this. So this is the circuit representation for the H parameter equations. Okay. See, 1 by HY is that this is admittance. HY is the admittance. Okay. If you want to represent with that impedance, you have to write it as 1 by HY. Okay, that is up to you. So we can represent the circuit, we can represent it with HOE or 1 by HOE, but based on that representation, you have to remember that if it is HOE, that will be output admittance, not impedance. If we write 1 by HOE, that is output impedance, not admittance. Okay, so HOE me only alone if you write, that is admittance. If you write 1 by HOE, that is impedance. Okay, that difference you have to remember, and otherwise, so that you can up to you, so you can represent with either HOE or 1 by HOE. That is no issue. Okay, so that point you have to remember. So like this, we have to represent like this. We drawn the H parameter model for C amplifier. Okay, so the later, so we took some C amplifier and we did the analysis and so on. So this is the sub. Just I want to recall. Just again, I told how to draw the H parameter model and equations and all those things. Now I'll move to the my topic. Simplified H parameter model. Okay, simplified H parameter model. Any doubts in this H parameter equations and circuit diagram? Any queries? Any queries in the equations and H parameter circuit?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So, Varun's clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
So now take the heading simplified model. Take the heading simplified model. Okay, and then the simplified model, so you draw the structure that is a hybrid pi model. Sorry, H parameter model. You draw the structure of this. Draw the circuit structure. Okay, so draw this, and so this is the arrow mark. This is so down arrow. Okay, so now coming to these equations, so these are the VP, so what we call H parameter equations of CE amplifier. So this for CE amplifier, these two equations, VB is equal to HIE IB plus HRE VC, IC equal to HFE IB plus HOE into VC. Okay, okay, now let us see how we can simplify this structure. How we can simplify this structure, that we are going to see. So now let us coming to the first parameter. Let us coming to the first parameter. VB equal to HIE IB plus HR into VC. So this is the first equation, input equation. So VB is input voltage. So input voltage is equal to the drop across HIE plus some source HRE into VC. Okay. Now you compare these two drops. So this is the first drop and this is the second drop. So just compare these two. What is the typical value of HIE? So in the long back, I think so 2-3 classes back, I told some typical values of H parameters. So that is HIE, that is HIE is 1.1 K, 1 kilo ohm resistor, and HFE is 50, right? And HRE is 2.5 into 10 power minus 4. HOE is 25 microamps per volt. So these are the typical values I told in the long back, I think. So some 2-3 hours back, 2-3 classes back. Typical values of the I displayed some the table also. Typical values of the CE amplifier, CB amplifier, CC amplifier, right? So these are the typical values of H parameters of CE amplifiers. Okay. Now you just compare now. So from this, what is this HIE value? What is this HIE? Is 1.1 K. So you just write. So this is 1.1 kilo ohm resistor into HI value into IB current. IB current is general how much it will be. So that will be in terms of micro. Generally, it will be in terms of microamps. So IB is why, because base is the lightly doped and the current is very less. So let us write it as let us take 20 micro, let us say. Okay, so 20 micro plus, right? So plus, and here here I'm writing here VB equal to, so HI is 1.1 K into, and this is 20 micro. Okay, so microamps plus HRE is 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 into, and VC is, let us say, output voltage. Output voltage means that we can expect in terms of volts. So let us take 1 volt. Let us take 1 volt. So means VC is output voltage. So if you give the input as a millivolts as input signal, you can expect up to 1 volt, 1 volt or 2 volts. Okay, maximum for a single stage amplifier. So for the single stage amplifier, you cannot expect more than 2 volts. Okay, so let us take, I'm taking just 1 volt here. So this is my I'm taking some random values. Okay, some considerable values. So HI is typical value is 1.1 kilo ohm resistor. IB value is 20 microamperes plus HRE is 2.5 into 10 power minus 4, and VC I'm taking as 1 volt. Now, so VB equal to what will get? So 1.1 K into 20 micro. What will be the value? So 1122, and you may get 22 millivolts. You may get. So if you compare, okay, so 1.1 into 20, so it becomes 22. So K and micro, so it becomes milli. So 22 millivolts. So the voltage drop across HIE is 22 milli. So the first from the first portion you are getting 22 millivolts. Okay, next plus. So 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 into 1. So that is 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 only. So this also you convert into the milli, let us say. This also you convert into milli. So that how we write 0.25 millivolts. 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 is nothing but 0.25 milli. Now you compare these two portions. This is so because of HIE, so that is the voltage drop across HIE is 22 millivolts. The source it is offering by the HRE into VC is 0.25 millivolts. Okay, so if you can compare these two, so VB approximately can write it as 22 millivolts. Why? Because this is a 22 millivolts. This is just 0.9. This is not even 1 millivolt. This is not even 1 millivolt. So this is the 1/4 of our 1 millivolt. So that we can say that in the 22, it is just we can say 1%. It's just 1% of 22. Approximately 1% of 22 is 0.25 millivolts. So approximately I can write it as approximately. So that is 22 millivolts. So then what is the use of this parameter? What is the use of HRE into VC? So there is no much difference if you take that HRE VC or if you're not taking HRE VC, there is no much difference. So because the maximum voltage whatever you are applying, whatever the signal you are applying to the base, okay, that is dropped across HI only. So that is applied voltage is equal to individual drop, sum of individual drops. That drops is across HI only. Very minimum, very nominal voltage is raised because of that voltage. So because this is 22 millivolts, this is 22, and this is 0.25. Okay, so 0.25 is nothing but 1% of your 22. So you need not to take this HRE into VC. Need not to take that HR. So that's the reason I'm taking the simplified model. Simplified model means I'm just taking some approximations. Some approximations means so we can eliminate some parameters or some components which not showing much effect on your output. Okay, which not showing much effect on your output. So for HIE into IB, it's giving 22 milli. But HRE into VC it's giving only 0.25. You just compare. So there is no use of the HRE into VC to take into the consideration. Why? Because of that only very nominal, very minimum portion is contributing to our output. Okay, so for that reason I'm not taking that HRE into VC. So I'm taking the simplified model, and that I'm eliminating these parameters. I'm removing this. So I'm just replacing that with a short circuit. I'm not taking that HR into VC. Okay, fine. Next, coming to the output equation. So now coming back to the output equation. So what is the value of HOE? What is the value of HOE? So HOE value is 25 microamps per volt. The typical value is HOE is 25 microamps per volt. So if it is 25 microamps per volt, so 1 by HOE becomes so the HOE is the output admittance. I told HOE is the output admittance, so that is 25 microamps per volt. And now 1 by HOE becomes, that is 1 by 25 micro, you will get 40k. 1 by 25 micro, you do it, you will get 40k. So here you are connecting 40 kilo ohm resistor here. Here you are connecting 40 kilo ohm resistor, which is parallel to the HFE into IB. Okay. And the later what we'll do is in the CE amplifier, you can go back and see. I told CE amplifier finally. And here I'm connecting. So So this is H parameter model, no? So simplified. I mean, in the previous class we discussed. So what is this value here? This is 40k. This is 40k. Okay, so what is the, which is parallel to the load resistance? What is the load resistance? How much you can take? I can take it as only 10k. I can take it as 10k. So in this simplified model, so 1 by HOL is 40 kilo ohm resistor. The load resistance which we are going to take it is 10 kilo ohm resistor. And now the 10k parallel to 40k. What will be the result? 40k parallel to 10k. So whenever the two resistors are in parallel, when the two resistors are in parallel, whichever is the least value, that will be our approximate equivalent resistance value. So 40k parallel to 10k means you approximately may get 8k. if you calculate, you will get 40k and 10k. If you calculate, that is approximately 8k. 40 into 10, 400 by 50, so that is 8k will get. Okay, so that is approximately equal to 10k only. Okay, so approximately it is 10k only. So even you are connecting, so 1 by hy 40 kilo ohm resistor in the circuit diagram, and which is parallel to the load resistance, that again the resulting load is again that is 10 kilo ohm resistor. Then what is the use of this 40 kilo ohm resistor in the circuit diagram? Okay, so that there is no use of that 40k again. Why? Because anyway you are taking the parallel combination. That parallel combination again it is approximately equal to the 10k only. Again that is 10k only. Of course that 40k is important, but so it is not showing much difference. It's not showing much difference. It's not showing much effect on your output voltage or output current. Okay, so if it's showing much. For example, if the equivalent load resistance is equal to some other value, like not like 10k, so then you have to take 40k. And for example, that 40k parallel to 10k is equal to let us say 20k or 30k. So that 20k or 30k is not at all equal to the 10k. So that at that situation you can take 40k. But here in the 40k parallel to 10k, so the resultant resistance is 8 kilo ohm resistance only. 8k approximately equal to 10k. 8k approximately equal to 10k. So for that reason, I'm not taking that 40k into the circuit diagram. Well, because anyway the resultant is so 10k only. So for that reason, so I'm not going to take this 1 by hy also into the consideration in the for the output equation. So this also cancelled. So the final equation is VB equal to HIE IB. This is the input equation. Output equation IC equal to HFE IB. These two are the equations. Okay. The second parameters, the second portion is there, no, that I eliminated. Why? Because of those two parameters, those two, because there is no effect in my output. Okay, so not much effect. So that's the reason I eliminated those two H parameters. So I simplified my equation like VB equal to HIIB, IC equal to HFE IB. Simply. Okay, so and one more thing is also, and for example, so the typical values are 4. So to remember the 4 typical values, and to derive the current gain, voltage gain, and all the parameters by taking all the parameters into the consideration, that is also somewhat difficult for us, because the equations are very lengthy and the derivations are lengthy like that. So for that, we are simplifying our H parameter model, and we are eliminating 2 parameters out of 4. So previously I have 4 H parameters like HI, HF, HR, HY. Now I have only 2, that is HI and HFE only. So HRE, HYE got eliminated. Okay, so further I can simplify my calculations, and I can get current gain, voltage gain, all the parameters. Okay, so but for these two, so this is my equation. So this is the what we can write. So this is the new H parameter model, simplified H parameter model. Okay, so you can draw the simplified H parameter model like this. Okay, simply I can draw like this. So HIE, there is no HRE, that is 0, and this is HFE parameter. This is HFE, HFE, HIE, HIE. This is VB voltage. This is VC voltage. Okay, simplified H parameter model. Draw the simplified H parameter model. So this is a simplified H parameter model. IB, HIE, HFE, IB. Any doubts in this simplified model?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, is there any ratio between 1 by HOE and load resistor?
No ratio. The typical value of HOE is 25 micro, that is fixed standard. That is 25 microamps per volt is the HOE value, that is standard. The load resistance is now generally will keep 10k generally. Okay, again that is not mandatory to keep only 10k. In the place of 10k, even you can keep it 5k or 20k or 50k or 100k. That is up to you. That depends on your gain or whatever the voltage that you want to get. That depends on your requirement. There is no rule to keep that the load resistance is only the some x value, some y value. But HOE is fixed. That is 25 microamps per volt. So the 1 by HOE is 40k. That is fixed. So for everyone that is fixed. And there is no direct relation and there is no direct ratio between HOE value and the load resistance. That load resistance is up to you. That depends on you. But generally, most of the people are most of the design procedure will keep 10k only as the load. Okay, any specific applications or specific reasons, if you want to increase, yes, you can increase.
Means yeah, we can take more than 10k.
Yeah, in specific regions or specific applications, if you want, you can take more than 10k, no issue. But in the most of the cases, we'll take only 10k.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and one more thing, suppose in the question, suppose if you have one numerical problem on a C amplifier, let us say, and for the circuit shown in the figure and so on so values and so on so some resistor H parameter model values are given, and if they ask us to calculate the current gain, voltage gain, and input impedance, all those things parameters they ask us to calculate, but they are not mentioned like whether it is the exact model or simplified model. Okay, so suppose if the question is like that, and then how we can choose how to decide whether we need to go with the exact model or approximate model. So there is some condition is there that I will tell you when we are going to discuss the numericals. Okay, so first we have to verify that condition. Based on the result of that condition, then we can decide that whether it is exact analysis or approximation analysis. That I will tell you the condition. Okay. Okay, so drawn H parameter model simplified. Okay, next take getting analysis of CA amplifier using simplified model or approximate model. Draw the circuit. Analysis of simplified model. Sorry, analysis of CA amplifier using simplified model. Heading analysis of CA amplifier using simplified model.
ఏదో వాడకి కొడుతున్నాయంటే 1000 రూపాయల 10 చేద్దారా
C3
ఇచ్చి చేస్తే
C3
ఇచ్చిందంట మాదిగా అన్నాడు
C3
ఇప్పుడు
so draw the circuit. Okay, so now let's come to the topic CA amplifier analysis of CA amplifier using simplified model. So this is the CA amplifier. Okay, so the same analysis what we did for using exact model again we are doing. And for AC analysis, what is the first step for the AC analysis? Connect all the DC sources to the ground. That is the first step. Okay, so now see the circuit like this, and here it is I connected this actually it is a VCC. I'm connecting to the ground connection. I'm connecting to the ground connection. So the first step is connect all DC sources to the ground. Okay, so this is the step 1. And the step 2 is, what is step 2? Replace all capacitors with short circuit. Replace all capacitors with short circuit. Okay, so based on that steps, you can draw the circuits again. Circuits based on the steps. First one is connect all the DC sources to the ground. Yes, so you just connect the ground connection like this in the place of VCC. Step 1, and step 2 is just replace all the capacitor with short circuit. You see, so this is the one short circuit replaced. Here it is replaced, and the capacitor also replaced like this. Okay, so just second step is replace all the capacitors with short circuit. Okay. Second step is replace all the capacitors with the short circuit. So this is the circuit you will get. And the third step is draw the equivalent circuit and replace all active devices by its H parameter model. Okay. So if you draw the equivalent circuit here, R1 will come into the parallel to R2, RC will come into the parallel to RL. So RC will go to the parallel to the RL to here, RC will be parallel to RL, R1 will be parallel to the R2. R1 will be parallel to the R2. Okay. Okay, so like this you will get RC parallel to RL equal to ZL. Just we can take it. Okay, if you draw the equivalent circuit, you will get, so here RE is parallel to the 0 ohms. So short circuit means so this 0 ohms. So RE parallel to 0 ohms is always 0. So RE also replaced with short circuit. Emitter resistance also replaced with short circuit here. Okay, and the step 4 is what is the step 4? That is replace all active devices by its H parameter model. H parameter model. Yes. So this is RS here. So this portion is same as it is. Okay, and this is also same as it is. Okay, so this is the same as it is here, and so RC parallel to RL. I just am replacing with ZL. RC parallel to RL. I'm just placing with ZL. So in the place of the transistor, I replaced with its H parameter model. So this H parameter model this is a simplified model. Simplified H parameter. No, so for the simplified, this is the circuit. This is the circuit here. Okay, this is the circuit. So in the place of the transistor, we just placed this circuit here. So HIE, and there is no HR into VC, HFIB, there is no HOE. So simply, and this is the H parameter model of simplified H parameter model. Simplified H parameter model. And the later R1, R2 also can be eliminated. Later R1, R2 also can be eliminated, but because if you take the equivalent resistance R1 parallel to R2 parallel to HIE, R1 parallel to R1 parallel to R2 parallel to HIE equal to approximately equal to HIE only. Why? Because R1 is 47 kilo ohm, R2 is 4.7 kilo ohm, HIE is 1.1 kilo ohm, the typical values. So if you take all three parallel combination, which will be equal to the least value, so that least value is HIE only, so approximately HIE. So these two also you can eliminate from the circuit. Okay, so the final circuit is this. The final circuit is this. So based on the AC analysis, you draw the circuits. First step is connect all the DC sources to the ground. By connecting that, again redraw the circuit. Next step, connect all the capacitors with short circuit, or replace all the capacitors with short circuit. Then do it and draw the circuit. Third one, so simplify the circuit after replacing the capacitor by short circuit. After connecting that DC sources to ground, you just redraw the circuit and replace all active devices by H parameter model. Then final circuit. So this is my final circuit here. Okay, this is my final circuit. Okay, so now let us derive the equations. Again the all the parameters. So for that, what is the first one we need to calculate? Current again. Current again. Okay. Current again is equal to, what is the formula? IL divided by IB. Here again I told, so with source resistance and without source resistance. First I am calculating without taking the source resistance into the consideration. So without taking that RC, RS. So means my input voltage is VB and IB. IB is the input current, VB is the input voltage. I am not taking RS into the calculations. The later, after calculating all these parameters, later I will take RS. Okay, so this is my equation. Current again is equal to IL by IB, whereas IL is nothing but minus IC divided by IB. What? Because see, IL and IC both are in opposite direction. Both are in opposite direction. So IL is equal to minus IC. So AI equal to minus IC by IB. Okay. So from this I can write. Simply AI equal to minus IC. Minus IC is nothing but C. So from the circuit here, IC current is equal to what? HF into IB. No. So what is the basic equations for this one? VB equal to HIE IB. This is the basic equation for simplified H parameter model, and IC equal to HFE IB. These two are the basic equations. Yes or no? So AI is equal to IC by IB. IC is what? HFE into IB divided by IB. So IB cancel, no? So you will get equal to minus HF. So this is the current gain. This is the current gain of simplified CE amplifier. AI is equal to minus HFE. So here IB cancel. You will get AI equal to minus HFE. The next one, input impedance. ZI equal to what? Input impedance. What is the formula? Basic formula, VB divided by IB. Input voltage by output voltage. Input voltage by output voltage. So here what is VB? What is the basic equation? Basic equation is VB equal to HIE into IB. So now substitute here. HIE IB divided by IB. So IB cancel. So you will get ZI equal to HI. So simple derivations. Why? Because so if you see, just compare the derivations part of exact analysis and the simplified model for current gain and input impedance. So for current gain, that is some, I think you may got some 5 to 6 steps for the calculation of the current gain, and input impedance also you may get some of the 3 to 4 steps. But if you see here, so after simplifying the equations, very easy to calculate, right? And that too, that length of the equation is also very short, the very small. So that is current gain is equal just minus HFE. Input impedance is just HI. Whereas in the case of the exact analysis, the current gain is equal to minus HFE by 1 plus HY into ZL. Minus HFE by 1 plus HY into ZL. And input impedance is HIE plus HRE into AA into ZL. See, the length of the equation is also minimized in the simplified model. Okay, so this is simple input impedance, and the next one is voltage gain. Voltage gain. V equal to output voltage by input voltage by VB. Voltage gain is equal to VC by VB. So this is same as your exact VC is nothing but minus IC into ZL, and this is VB into IB. Correct. VB is equal to ZI into IB. From here, VB equal to ZI into IB. So minus IC by IB is nothing but you can write AB equal to A into ZL divided by ZI. It's clear. So that is voltage gain. That is voltage gain. The next one is output admittance Y naught. Okay, Y naught is equal to what? AC divided by VC. Okay. Okay, so here simply we can tell that. So we know that, so to calculate output admittance, there will be two conditions, that is output load should be disconnected from the circuit and input voltage must be constant. If input voltage must be constant means VB okay. So here VB should be 0. VB should be 0. So if VB is 0, and then what will be the VB equal to VB equal to HIE IB, that is equal to 0. So because VB is equal to 0, so the HI into IB equal to 0. That implies IB becomes 0, right? IB becomes 0 because if EB equal to 0, you substitute VB 0 here, and whereas HI is not equal to 0 because HI typical value is 1.1 kilo ohm resistor. This is not equal to 0. The only possibility to make VB equal to 0, IB must be 0. If IB 0 here, if IB 0, so if you substitute IB here, so what will be the IC value? What will be the IC value? That is also 0. If IC 0, so substitute IC 0 here, so this is equal to 0 will get. That equal to 0 will get. If output admittance is 0, then output impedance will becomes infinity. Okay, if our admittance is 0, so Z0 is infinity. So output admittance is 0 here. So simply see, understand this. If VB, so we should keep input voltage is 0. So if VB 0, IB becomes 0. If IB 0, IC 0. If IC 0, Y not 0. That is output admittance. Okay. So these are the 4 parameters. Okay, now let us calculate by taking the source resistance into the consideration. Please note down this, and I will tell you the by taking the RS also into the consideration. Okay, fine. So now coming to this, so by taking RS into the consideration, so RS I'm taking into here. So I can redraw the circuit like this, RS, and till to this is just input impedance. Okay, so this is ZI, this is IB current, voltage drop across this is VB, and this is VS, and this is RS. Okay, so this is the so till to this, so this portion till to this portion we calculated input impedance. So in the entire circuit diagram I'm just replacing with just simply ZI, simply ZI. Okay, so ZI is the current is IB, and the voltage drop across it is VB. So the input is VS, so VS is voltage, and the source resistance. Okay, now let us calculate. Now let us calculate again what it is, the current gain, input impedance, output admittance, and voltage gain. Everything we need to calculate again. Okay, so for that, first of all we have to calculate the current gain. So current gain is nothing but output current by input current. So to output and input both must be both must be the current, but here we have the input is voltage. So for that we apply the source transformation theorem to convert that voltage to the current. So therefore you can convert like this source transformation theorem. You apply, so voltage Vs is replaced with Is, and this is Is, where Is is equal to Vs by Rs, and Rs come to the parallel. Okay, and followed by the parallel input impedance Z. So this is okay, this is Rs, this is Zi, and current is I. Okay, so this is the source transformation theorem. Okay, so now apply. So AI is equal to current gain is equal to minus IC by the current input current is Is, AIS with the source, minus IC by Is. So this I can write, minus IC divided by IB into IB divided by Is I can write. Okay, so IB can cancel, I can get IC by Is, right? For in these two parameters, I know that these two, I know this, this one I know. So minus IC by B is nothing but I already calculated by without taking the source distance. Now only thing is I have to calculate IB by Is. So apply the what we call Norton's theorem here. So that is IB is equal to, okay, IB is equal to what will get, IB is equal to IB equal to IS RS divided by RS plus ZI. Okay, so from here IB by IS is equal to, so you can substitute. So finally, so this is AI minus IC by B is AI. IB by IS is nothing but RS divided by RS plus Z. Okay, so this is AIS. AIS. So AI is equal to AI into RS by RS plus ZI. AI is equal to AI into RS by RS plus ZI. The next one is input impedance. So ZI, so RS is just in series with of it. So simply I can write ZIS equal to RS plus ZI. Okay, ZIS equal to RS plus ZI. Why? Because the source resistance is in series with the input impedance. So RS plus ZI, that is only the input impedance with the source resistance. And the next voltage gain. So this is AVS equal to, with source resistance equal to output voltage VC divided by input voltage VS. This I can write VC divided by VB into VB divided by VS. VB cancel, you can get VS by VS. So this already calculated, that is AV, we calculated. So from to calculate this, okay, to calculate this, apply Thevenin's theorem here. So VB equal to what will get VS into ZI divided by ZI plus RS. ZI plus RS. So now VB by VS equal to ZI by ZI plus RS. So now we substitute here, you can get AVS equal to AV into ZI divided by ZI plus RS. Okay, AVS equal to AV into ZI by ZI plus RS. This is AVS. Okay, so this is AVS, and the final one is Y0S. Y0S equal to IC divided by VC. So we to keep VS must be 0 to calculate output admittance. Okay, so VS is 0. So where VS is equal to what? VS equal to RS IB plus HIE IB, that is equal to 0. This is the extra parameter we have. So because we are taking the source distance also. If it is 0, RS is not equal to 0 here, and the HI is also not equal to 0. So only possibility to make it is 0 is IB equal to 0. Okay, so IB equal to 0, IB equal to 0. Yeah. If IB is equal to 0, you will get IC equal to 0 because IC equal to HFE times of IB, IC 0. If IC is 0, Y0S equal to 0. Y0S equal to 0. Okay, so again I will tell you. So just I'm typing the equation C by 1 plus HOE okay, so here it is HFE. Current gain in exact model is minus HFE by 1 plus HOE into ZL. In simplified model it is minus HFE. Input impedance it is exact model. Okay, so exact model HIE plus RE AI ZL. Okay. HI. Voltage gain is equal to right. Also it's same. Okay, but only thing is so that looking like both are same. Okay, looking but here So Zi is equal to, in this case, HIE plus HR into A into ZL. In this case, Zi equal to HI. In this case, AI is equal to minus H of E by 1 plus HO into ZL. In this case, AI is equal to minus H of E. The notations looking like both are same, but in the internally that current gain and input impedances are different. Okay, so here it is HOE minus HFE HR HIE, and it is 0. Okay. Again, the Vicky source resistance, if you write A is equal to so A into RS divided by RS plus ZI. Here it is RS plus okay. This is voltage gain. So these are the comparison of exact analysis and simplified formulas for all the parameters. Okay, so now you can compare the length of the equations and the derivation part of exact analysis and simplified model also. In the simplified model, it's a little bit easy when compared to the exact analysis to remember the equations and to remember the typical values, and for practicing the equations also, the derivation part is also. Okay, any doubts in this? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so I will take one example problem. Note down this 35th problem. This one you note down. Wait. Okay, so note down this, but just to change the question, like for the amplifier shown in the figure. Okay, find. Don't note down this this till to this. Assume HIE, HFE, HOE. Don't take this statement. For the amplifier shown in the figure, find AV, AVS, RI, R0. Assume all capacitors to be short circuited. The last, you just add one more thing. Take the critical values. Just note down this problem. For the amplifier shown in the figure, find AV, AVS, RI, R0. Assume all capacitors to be short circuit. Take necessary typical values. Okay, so this is the question here that for the amplifier shown in figure, and we need to calculate the four parameters, whatever may be this. Sometimes they may ask the voltage gain, sometimes they may ask current gain, Sometimes they may ask some other input impedance, output impedance, like that. So what are the parameters they are asking to calculate? Okay, we can, but only thing is, so here we assume all the capacitor be short circuit and take necessary typical values. So in the typical values, you have to remember at all the time the H parameter typical values. Sometimes they may given in the question, or sometimes they may not given, and they can ask us to take the necessary typical values. So for that, you have to remember all the typical values. So that is HIE 1.1 1100 ohms, HFE 50, HRE 2.5 into 10 power minus 4, HOE 25 microamps per volt. So these four parameters you have to remember for all the time. Okay, and now okay, so the question is this, and now we have to justify, we have to find out whether it is exact analysis or simplified model. Exact analysis or simplified model. That first thing we have to identify, okay, whether we should go with exact or simplified. So for that, the condition is okay, so you have any problem, you just take HOE into ZL, calculate HOE into ZL. If it is less than 0.1, okay, so less than 0.1, that is simplified. Okay, less than or equal to also, that is you can take it as simplified model, right? So HOE ZL is greater than 0.1, that is exact model. So this is approximately so HOE into ZL less than or equal to 0.1, simplified model. HOE ZL greater than 0.1, exact model. So here the ZL, again, what is ZL? What is ZL? Is RC parallel to RL. Okay, so RC parallel to RL here. RC parallel to RL. So in the question, you take RC and RL, you calculate a parallel combination, and that will be your ZL. So HOE is 25 microamps per volt. So then you multiply. The result is less than or equal to 0.1. Then you can go with the simplified model. Okay, so means less than or equal to 0 means that affects the HOE into ZL effect is less than 10%. 0.1 is nothing but 10% means. So that effect is, so this indicates that HOE into ZL less than or equal to 0.1 means it indicates that the effect of HOE on output is less than 10% only. So that less than 10% means obviously you can go with the simplified model. If the result is greater than 0.1, so the effect of HOE is above 10% on the output parameters. It means like that. So based on that result, you can take either simplified model or exact model. Sometimes they may ask you using exact analysis or using simplified model. So they will mention in the question like that. Sometimes. So at that time, so whatever they're asking, they blindly have to go with. We have to go. So that's the situation. Need not to consider. Need not to verify these conditions. If they are asking us to calculate using exact analysis or simplified specifically, yes, we have to go with. There is no check and rule. Okay, need not to check and again need not to cross verify all the parameters. If they ask us to calculate with exact, yes, we go with exact blindly. If they not mention anything, if you have dilemma, this is the case you have to verify. And if this one less than or equal to 0.1, go with the simplified model. Greater than 0.1, go with exact model. Okay, and sometimes, so again, one more case also. So in these questions, RC value is given, RL value is given. So RC is 4.7, RL is 10K. And sometimes, some cases, they will not give RC value, RL value, load resistance value will not be given. Sometimes, okay, only RC value will be given. So at that time, ZL is nothing but only RC. So RL is not given, yes, no need to take. So now take RL is equal to infinity. You assume that infinity. If RL is not given, ZL is equal to RC only. If RL is given, ZL is equal to RC parallel to RL. Okay, so please keep these points in your mind. So this is will be very useful to you when you're solving the problems. Okay, so RL is given, RC parallel to RL is the ZL. If RL is not given, RC itself it's a your ZL, the load resistance. Okay, fine. Okay, yes. Next, what next? And from this you can calculate again. What we need to calculate? Voltage gain, AVS, RA. First, let us calculate whether it is simplified or exact. So tell me whether it is simplified or exact.
Exact.
Sorry. What is the value you got?
Simplified.
3.7.
So RC parallel 4.7K parallel to 10K, I think, right? Load resistance is 10K, right? Not 10K. What is the result? 4.7 to parallel to 10K.
3.7K.
3.7K.
7K.
Okay, this is ZL only. Again, you have to multiply with HYE, right? This is ZL only. So HOE into ZL is equal to 25 micro into 3.7K. What will be the result? Zero point 0.0925, I think. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Simplified.
Sir.
So 0.0925 means this is less than 0.1. So hence it is simplified model.
Simplified.
Yes, in the simplified model, what is the current gain? Minus HFE. Yes, this direct formula, minus HFE. HFE value is 50, so minus 50 is the answer. Current gain. Voltage gain. What is the formula for voltage gain? AI, ZL, ZI, ZI we read. So ZI we first we have to calculate ZI. What is the formula for ZI? HI. What is the typical value? 1100 ohms. 1.1, that is 1.1K. Okay, so AI is minus 50 into ZL is 3.7K divided by this is 1.1K. What is the answer? Minus 168.18. All right. Finally, Z0. Simplified in Z0 is infinity. This is a simplified model. Output admittance means 0. Output impedance is infinity. Okay. And sometimes they can you can write like this also. Dash equal to Z0 parallel to ZL, that is equal to 3.7K. So Z0 is output admittance of the transistor, basic transistor is infinity. Okay, the output admittance of the amplifier is, so amplifier means you have to take the load also. So Z0 parallel to ZL. So infinity parallel to ZL is nothing but ZL only, your load resistance. Clear? Okay, the next question is, see, the question is like this. The H parameter is equivalent circuit of the transistor model is shown in figure. Calculate AI, AB, Z in, Z0. Means input impedance, output impedance, current gain, voltage gain. So the typical values are given indirectly. See, what is this value? 1.8 is there, no? So what is this value? So tell me the typical values of H parameter, typical values from the circuit. What is HI value here? In this
1.8.
circuit, 1.8, right? HRE value?
3 into 10 to the power minus 4.
Yeah, 3 into 10 power minus 4. HFE value?
50.
Yes. HOE?
50 IB.
IB is, so HFE, IB actually. So in the place of HFE, 50 is there, no? So 50 is HFE. HOE value?
1 by 80.
1 by 80K. Yes. So like this, whatever the question is given in this one, and first you identify whether it is simplified or exact, then take the formulas, necessary formulas, and substitute. Okay, so these problems are there in your what we have course pack, and take it and solve it. See in this question, see here 38. We know that all the capacitors are replaced by short circuit, right? So this is very interesting problem here. See this question, so again, so HI value, HFE, HRE, HOE are all given. So we have to calculate these parameters. Okay, leave it. Coming to the circuit, there are the two resistors are in, so 10K and 40K is there. 10K and 40K. Okay, so in between one capacitor is connected to ground. Is it right? So in the AC analysis, what is the step? And DC sources come to the ground. So yes, so this will be connected to the ground. This will be connected to the ground. Capacitors are replaced by short circuit. Yes, it is also connected to the short circuit. If it is short circuit, this 10 kilo ohm resistor, one end is connected to the ground here, and the second end is also connected to the ground here. See the circuit, and this 10 kilo ohm resistor, this is connected to the ground, and this is also connected to the ground. This is also ground, right, in the AC analysis. So for this circuit diagram, and this 10 kilo ohm resistor gets eliminated from the circuit. So need not to consider at all. Need not to consider this 10 kilo ohm resistor at any way. Okay. Okay. So here the 10K need not to consider. Okay, so this is today's class.
Sir, can you draw the circuit?
Sorry?
Sir, can you draw the circuit?
Yes. So same circuit. Actually, circuit is like this. This is 10K. This is 40K. And between that, one capacitor is connected to ground. Okay. This is the circuit like this. Same circuit. Okay. So in this circuit, what happens is, so now we are connecting what you are doing, and you are replacing with the ground connection, right? Okay. We are connecting with ground, so this is ground connection. And here also the capacitor also replaced with the short circuit. So this is also short circuit here. Okay, so the short circuit. So now it's just compare now. This 40K is connected to the ground, and 10K is also connected to the ground, and the second end also connected to the ground. And as now the resistor 10K is like this, and this is ground connection, this is ground connection. If the resistor is connected between the two grounds, the resistor is connected between the two grounds, so this is zero potential and this is zero potential. If the resistor is connected between the two zero potential, then what will be the current flowing through the resistor? Zero. So means it's open circuit. So that 10K resistors gets eliminated from the circuit. The need not though the resistor is there in the circuit diagram, but it will not participate in any activity in the circuit diagram. The effect of that 10 kilo ohm resistor in the circuit is zero. For the namesake or for the represent sake, they're keeping the 10 kilo ohm resistor in that place. But with respect to that 10 kilo ohm resistor, there is no effect on the circuit diagram. Okay, so because the 10K is connected between the two grounds. So this is ground connection and this is also ground connection. This is zero potential, this is also zero potential. If two zero potentials are there, what is the voltage drop between across the resistor? That is zero. The current is flowing through it is zero. There is no use of the resistor. So the circuit will become, you can redraw the circuit like this. You can redraw the circuit. Okay, by taking this is VCC here. This is 40K. So need not to consider the 10K. Okay, but about the representing that is 10K is there, but default if you do the AC analysis, that 10K will not come into the picture. It's clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay, Varun?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so if you have any queries, please you can post in chat box or you can ask. The module 1 already, I think 1 week back I uploaded that workshop handouts all. I hope I think you already gone through all the handouts. Varun?
Sir, in file section,
File section only uploaded. చూడలేదా? I uploaded on 1 week back. In the file section, class materials are there, no? August
sir.
27th I uploaded.
yes, sir.
August 27th. See, 1 to 10 handouts are there in the first module. Okay, so in the next class we'll move to the next topic. Okay, and one more case study is there for this. Wait. So one more case study is there that I will tell you in the next class, and then we'll move to the third module. If you have any queries, you can ask. Otherwise, you can take. Mm.